Yikes. Yikes. I hope you enjoyed your dream. How was your dream? Because now it's time to wake the fuck up. Saturn has entered Aries. I hope you enjoyed that fever dream because now it is over. It literally feels like the sheets have been ripped off. The comforter, the blankets have been ripped off, and I have been forced awake. And it is very cold, and I'm shivering, and I just want to cuddle under the blankets, but they're gone. And now I'm in a limbo period of, I was just asleep 2 seconds ago. I was just in like a whole other dimension. It was vivid. But it's over, and it wasn't real. Welcome to Saturn in Aries. Welcome to Saturn in Aries. Saturn in Aries is the gruesome violence of birth, right? The release, the birth is actually extremely violent. It's actually extremely painful. And as a baby, because Aries is the baby, it is the first sign, you are thrusted into a world you know nothing about, yet you are fighting for your life. You are fighting to take your first breath. You are fighting for survival. Welcome to Saturn in Aries. Welcome to cardinal energy. I hope you enjoyed your dream. It is time to wake the fuck up and face reality. Yearning is over. Yearning is out. Yearning is very 2025. We're done. No more yearning, right? No more limerence. Enough. Your yearning does not make you virtuous, okay? Delulu is not the Salulu. Saturn is in Aries. If Delulu is still your Salulu, okay, this Saturn in Aries transit over the next 3 years is going to rip you to shreds. I am here to help you take advantage of this Saturn and Aries transit because there is a lot to gain, okay? And it doesn't have to be doom and gloom, right? It doesn't have to be something you're afraid of, right? You can gain a lot. You can mature a lot with this Saturn and Aries transit. There's a lot of potential. Just like with all cardinal energy, there is infinite amount of potential in cardinal energy. There's a lot of character development. There's a lot of new plot points to get through. There is a huge character arc waiting for you at the end of this Saturn and Aries transit. The best way to take advantage of this Saturn and Aries energy is to understand the push and pull of being wild, being cathartic, being rebellious versus having discipline, restraint, and having control, right? Understanding when you need to be in control of yourself, when you need to stop, when you need to pause versus when you need to sprint, right? That is what this Saturn and Aries transit is asking for you. And the most important thing you can do right now is to look at what house Aries is ruling in your chart. Now, if you have an Aries sun, moon, rising, this is going to be highly significant. Libra placements and the other cardinal signs, Capricorn and Cancer, will be feeling this the most. Look at your mutable sign friends and see how Saturn and Pisces treated them, okay? The Pisces placements, you can finally feel the rain on your skin. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, Pisces placements. You're passing the baton. Saturn is finally off your neck, right? Aries is the baby, okay? Now, people underestimate children. People underestimate youthful individuals, right? People think that when you are younger, when you have less experience, you don't know anything, right? And that is how Saturn and Aries may feel, is that they have been punished for their desires, right? Because Aries is very much that carnal energy, right? Of pure, unfiltered desire and motion. Something that has somewhere that it needs to go, but it just doesn't really have a plan, right? Saturn and Aries is going to teach you how to channel and how to refine and how to hone in all of the pent-up energy that you have. It is going to teach you how to be a beginner. Because Saturn and Aries people especially, and congratulations to the Saturn and Aries individuals out there. Today marks the first day of your Saturn return. You are graduating spiritually. This is a spiritual graduation, if you will. You are a new person now. Act accordingly. And that goes for all of us. You are a new person now. Act accordingly. The old bullshit that you were doing, right? All of it, right, is not going to cut it anymore. It's not going to cut it. And if you have big plans with Saturn and Aries, as you should, if you have expansive plans, if you have big ideas, big visions, big wants, right? That is going to require you to behave. You are going to need to be a new person to fit that, right? You can't bring everything with you. You cannot bring everything with you. You are currently moving. And this is a month that has felt very odd. It's been very distorted in terms of time. It's been very fast, but it's also been extremely slow because of Saturn moving signs. And Saturn has taken his sweet time officially moving into Aries. Now, Saturn has taught you a lot in regards to your Pisces house, right? Saturn and Pisces individuals, your Saturn return ends today. So to freedom for you, right? But this is also going to be a time where we're letting go of some of the themes of our Pisces house. We've come to a new stabilization. We've built a new foundation with our Pisces house. And now our Aries house is ready. Now, the year of the snake ends next week on the 17th, right? The year of the snake was the perfect preparation for Saturn and Aries. Can you feel the year of the snake ending? I can feel the year of the snake ending. I literally had a dream a few nights ago about seeing literally like snake skin shedding from my body. It was very bizarre. I was just like, it was very odd. That is really significant and very, I guess, an embodiment of the year of the snake ending and the beginning of the year of the fire horse. You've shed a lot of layers. This year of the snake has challenged you to maybe go through some forced initiations, right? This year of the snake has kind of revealed to you how to do things that are hard before you feel like you are ready. And that is exactly what Saturn in Aries is going to be allowing you to really master over the next few years. Because a lot of wisdom comes from knowing when to act. It's a very wise thing. It requires you to be able to listen to your intuition, to remove the distractions, to remove the chaos, and be able to listen to that very quiet voice in the back of your head. It requires you to not ignore your gut, right? And to be able to act upon that very fast yes or no. Your body knows immediately yes or no. Your body knows. And being able to listen to that, learning how to do that, requires a lot of times of you failing, requires a lot of times of you not listening to your intuition and having to live in those consequences, right? This transit, Saturn and Aries, is really going to melt down anything that no longer is necessary. If it's not necessary, if you cannot carry it on your back, you don't need it. It's got to go. If you're neutral about it, it's got to go. There's potentially a loss of direction right now as Saturn, it makes its ingress into Aries, because we have Mercury and Pisces conjunct the North Node, right? We're going to be revisiting a lot of the things that come up this week when we have Mercury station retrograde the last week of February. Now, Mercury does not like to be in Pisces. Pisces energy is very much like floating in space. There is no up, there's no down, there's no left, there's no right. Pisces is the Oracle of Delphi, and so you're getting prophecies with Mercury and Pisces conjunct the North Node, and you're not really going to understand what these prophecies mean until we get to that Mercury retrograde, right? So really keep that in mind, is that the fate is being interwoven and intertwined, right? There's this kind of like tapestry of fate that's being woven in real time at the moment. We have this Mercury retrograde looming. We have the solar eclipse in Aquarius next week. Saturn and Neptune will be conjunct at 0 degrees Aries next week. When it comes to prophecies, you don't understand what the riddle means until it is actively happening, or until you're looking back at it and you're looking back, hindsight is 2020. And amongst all of this, we have this very concentrated Aries energy. When a rubber band is pulled so tightly, it eventually snaps and everything kind of flies everywhere, right? And so that's what's happening with Saturn entering Aries. There is a huge release that is pushing you forward. It's an initiation into an entirely 180 different direction. What door are you being shoved through right now?